Hello, this is the first of 3 videos I've decided to put together to try and improve your guitar skills. I'm going to take you through chords, riffs, different parts of the guitar and strumming technique. If you already play guitar, this might be a good time to kind of brush up on those skills. If you haven't picked up a guitar yet, this might be a good time to do it. So I'm just going to look at some basic parts of the guitar. So starting with the head with tuning pegs, and this white bit here is called the nut, and the neck with the fretboard and frets. So these metal bits going across are fret markers. These are frets, so this will be fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, and then we go to the body of the guitar, including the sound hole. We've got the bridge, obviously the strings, and this is the scratch plate. There are other parts of the guitar, but I think these are the main ones that we need for these basic lessons. So holding a plectrum or choosing a plectrum. A plectrum is just a piece of plastic like a triangle. They all come in different thicknesses. You can choose one which suits you. You can even make one out of all credit cards if you're a cheapskate like me. But all you do is hold it between your 2 fingers and your thumb, and you're going to strum down like this. We can do different strumming patterns, but for the time being it's best just to strum the strings, or if you're playing a riff, the single string down to start with. So now we know some of the basic parts of the guitar, we're first going to start with looking at a chord. So a chord is 2 or more notes played together, and today we're going to look at the E minor chord. I think this is one of the easiest chords to start with. It only uses 2 fingers, and we're going to be playing in this part of the fretboard. So we're going to use finger 1 and finger 2, and you put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And we're going to use a plectrum, and you hold a plectrum like this between your thumb and your 2 fingers, and we're just going to play it down. One of the first problems that people seem to come across when they're playing the first chord is what part of the finger do you use? Now, you're not going to use the very tips of your fingers. I think a lot of people think that you do, but you don't. You've got to find kind of like a sweet spot on your fingers that's comfortable. It is going to hurt a little bit because it's not something that you've probably done before. And you're kind of pinching the guitar. You're pinching the neck and applying pressure to make this work. So it should sound like this. And that's E minor. So the next thing we're going to look at is playing the guitar riff. A riff is just a repeated pattern. They're used in loads of pop songs. A good example probably would be Seven Nation Army. And that's obviously something that's repeated. A lot of people know it. It's internationally known. And we are going to look at that in another video. We are going to look at something a bit more simple today. And I've picked a song called Green Onions. It's by a band called Booker T and the MGs. You can always have a look at it online. And we're going to start with this E string, and that's the thickest string on the guitar. So you can use the fret markers on the guitar for this one. So you can see the first black dot there, which is the 3rd fret, and the 2nd black dot, and that is the 5th fret. And we're going to be needing those for this song. To learn different riffs on the guitar, it's worth using something called tablature, and this is basically using numbers to play a riff. So if I play this first string on its own, it is 0 because I haven't put my fingers anywhere. If I'm going to use this first fret, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. For this riff, the Green Onions riff, we're going to be using 0, 3, and 5. And the riff goes like this. It's very, very simple. 0, 0, 3, 5, 0, 0, 3, 5. All the time, strumming down, and it should sound like this. Start off slow, build it up, and try and get it up to speed. Like I said before, you can check out the video to this riff online. You can find lots of other chords and riffs on the internet. Also, you can pause and rewind this first lesson at any time. Good luck!